Fucking stupid rags, dummy casts, silly bands.
Wow, it is sixth video. If you haven't watched the previous one, please go back and I can put the links just there. Hello everyone, once again, it's really good to see you and good to be together. So we have a completely new plan for today. Ever heard what HackerRank is? It's a platform where you can find a lot of algorithm questions, even not algorithm, like there are different sort of topics that you can go and practice. However, our topic today is algorithms. Why? Because algorithms are really important, guys. It is, I would say, taught during the university times, and I believe that it is a main difference between the people coming from bootcamp background, because you are being taught a lot of different topics in, I would say, limited time. So that we are here to learn more about algorithms. In this HackerRank website, there are questions. So the main agenda is just going one by one. There are different level of questions. We will take from, we will start from scratch. We will take the first easy question and we will continue to the harder ones. But the main topic is just read the task, given description and understand it, and open the VS Code. So in this website, there are some options, but Apex language is not included in those options. So you can write an algorithm in Java language, in C++, in C#, but there is no option for Apex. So I would like to fill this gap. Okay, that's the main idea. So we will open our VS Code. I will create a project just with you, like to just show you how to make it. We will create a project and we will create a class dedicated for it. And for each question, there will be one method. By using that console, we will call the method and then see whether it's working. So let's get started. We are on the page, HackerRank. If you haven't created an account, please do it. It's a prerequisite. So if you have created, you can come to this section. As you see, there are different topics. And if you have time, please go and visit them. But today we will click on algorithms. As you see, there are many different algorithm questions are provided here and they are ready to solve. So you can filter them by difficulty, subdomains, and skills statuses. So we have easy, medium, and hard in terms of difficulty level. But to just warm up, we will go with the first one, SolveMeFirst. Let's get in. As you see here, guys, we have two sections. On the left part, the definition of the task. It is very similar. It is very similar with the one you will get during your work experiences, right? Because there will be some description and there might be some sample data, right? You will be given like what should be given to the method and what should be returned as described here. So you see that, let's read it, right? Complete the function SolveMeFirst to compute the sum of two integers. So we will have two parameters and then the method will return the value. You can also see here like 2 and 3 are given as a parameter, 5 is returned. So you see this explanation as well. Okay, on the right part, you see some code, right? In Java syntax, it is written here, it is Java 8. If you click on Java 8, you will see several options. But for your remark, there is no Apex included. That's the reason that we are here, right? As a result of this section, we have description on the left part. We have one space to put our code on the right part. As there is no Apex, we will use Visual Studio Code instead of writing the code here. So you can copy this method. Apex syntax is similar to Java, so it will definitely help you. Okay, second thing for you to do, okay, I can say that as a homework, you can first create one project, you can name it, and under that, under this force app main default section, under this classes, you can come here and then you can create Apex class, and then you can give a name. You will have, as you see here, this class, and then it is metadata. We will start like writing some code under this class, and we will call what we write here under this, guys, under this script section, Apex. You can create another file. For example, you can say HackerRank.apex, and with this sort of keyword, with this keyword Apex, you are allowed to write anonymous here, anonymous code. So we can run the class and method under this section, and then we can debug it, then see it, guys. That's the plan. So also another point, if you do not know, how to create this project from scratch, I can also tell to you. If you click Command Shift and P, you will see several options, and you need to click on this SFTX create project. If you do not see it on this list, please type it. Another thing, if you do not see like SFTX option, you need to go to this extensions, and you need to type this Salesforce pack and make sure that you installed this pack, because there's this Salesforce CLI included under this Salesforce package. Like this CLI provides this option, right? That's really important thing. Just make sure to have it. So, okay, let's get started. Guys, I pasted here this method, and here give it a space. So just before it, I write this, I put my access modifier, right? I want this method to public, and there's this static keyword. Later on, I can show it to you, like the difference, and when we have this static keyword and when we don't. It is important one, but do not focus on it at the moment. Here you see there is this int. It refers to integer. We need to type it in Apex like this, right? And so I will replace this int with integer. So after static keyword, you have this integer as a return type. That is important to know it, because if it is written here void, so you understand that like this method will not return anything. Different topic, but it is good to know it. So we have it here, this integer one. So the method name, it is important for it to start with lowercase, right? And it is also important to give a name which defines the method structure. That was the question to me in my interview. Like they asked me to provide a name by really analyzing the code, the method structure. I was asked to give a name. Like imagine that it was empty. I was asked to like let's read the code, analyze it, and then please give a name to this method. So, and I did that. Important to give a proper name to the method. It will help the other developers to understand it. That's really important, guys. So between these brackets, we have two different parameters. How do I understand it? Because there's this comma, as it separates those two parameters, and we can see that like this method will take a variable of integer type, b variable of integer type. So what I need to do, guys, I will show you two different ways. The first one is just typing integer, and you can give a name to this integer. Then you can assign a plus b values. And in the coding structure, always the compiler reads first the right part of this equal sign, right? And then assigns the value to the left part. So like here, it will read A and B, and then it will compute it, then assign the sum of it to the left part. So after having this value on sum, we can simply return sum. Guys, as a warm-up question, that's really all. So we can test it, but later, like, I will erase this part and then I'll show you the quick and better way of doing this. But let's first of all, we need to, like, I just right click and then I put here sftx deploy the source to org. It's important. We need to first deploy it, and after the deployment, guys, we need to go here. Okay, and I am copying the class name, I paste it, and then I copy the method name, I paste it here, and I put the brackets. And guys, as you see here, as this method is static, it allows me to call this method by class name. If I erase this part, guys, I need to be able to reach this method, what I need to come here and then create an instance of this class. Then by this instance I can reach this method. So like giving static keyword here allows me to reach this method by the class name. Okay, it's easier, right? Rather than just creating instance, it is easier to directly reach this method by class name. So we will use this approach. Okay, right now another important point is just I can ask this question to you. Okay, could you please tell me what parameters do this method take? Okay, you'll tell me like there will be two parameters, integer a and integer b. So if you come here this part, you cannot run this method without providing these parameters, right? So you should make sure that it will get, right, a and b. But here there is no a and b. If you try to compile it, you will get an error. So first you need to define those variables. Then you give the data type. You know that this integer, you give the variable name, and then you give the value. Let's say it is 2. Do the same thing for the second variable, give the value, and it is 3. So at the moment, as the method structure, you have this integer a and integer b, and guys, as you see here, there's this return type. So you know that this method will return something, but if you do not store it somewhere, you cannot use it. So as I explained, like the compiler first go to the right part and assign that value to the left part. So I know that this will return something integer. I'm defining that integer sum will be what this method returns. So I assign it to sum. Then afterwards it is time to system something debug, right? See this value. Okay, I put here sum and then plus sign and then give here the sum value, and we are here. We are good to right now. Click on Command Shift and P, and in this case we will run this execute Anonymous Apex with current selected test. That will run this code for us. We will see this console debug. It worked perfectly as an output. Okay, you see it worked. I'm coming that part, and okay, I got an error, guys. Here it's AB, and we got an error here. Oh no, okay, we didn't, sorry, because it shows me like execute anonymous, like the code tells me I run that code, and as a debug statement you see here the sum is 5. So our code worked perfectly. We can give different value to check if it works. Let's say 20 and 30. Let's try to run this one. Do you remember what we are clicking? Command Shift and P and execute Anonymous Apex with current select text. You see it worked. Again, I'm coming to that stage and then I can see that sum is 50. So everything is working. Okay, as a result, guys, we have written one method. Okay, we assign this, it is modifier and this static keyword. So let me quickly show you how it is working without static keyword. So I deleted, okay, public integer, and at the moment, like I try to run it, okay, and it worked. Guys, as you see here, it seems that it's working, right? But here I changed the structure. So what is the reason that I am having this one still working? The reason is I haven't saved, and that's why like it is unsaved. So it takes the previous code into consideration. So what I need to do is just save it, and we need to deploy it to the environment. Okay, it is deployed. Right now I can come here, I can save it, and when I run it, when I run this one, we will get an error. Okay, perfect. As you see, non-static method cannot be referenced from a static context integer HackerRank question SolveMeFirst method. As you see, guys, right now you know why I am having this error. Only static things can be called by a class name, right? When I without an instance, it is impossible to reach this method. So when the compiler starts reading here, that it checks HackerRank question class and it finds the class here, that's fine. But after that, it tries to find SolveMeFirst method. But when the compiler checks here, and as it is not integer, so the compiler can't see this method. And it can only see this method after creating an instance of this class. So if I, for example, do here just instance and then put, right now, you know, by this new keyword, okay, I create an instance of it, and after that I can call here, it is a reference. By this reference I can reach this one. So let's try, but first save it. Let's try. Oh my god, it worked. As you see, guys, we have the result, and right now you understand the difference. And I will also, you know, show you here the better approach for it. So rather than like creating a new variable, you can directly copy this part, copy it, erase the rest, and then paste this section. So this one is way better because we are not occupying memory with an additional variable, right? So what we need to do, guys, we need to deploy. We need to save and deploy, guys. And here you come this section and you run it again. Okay, we run it. Cool. And we see the result and it is working. Yes, So as we have this method and it's working fine, we solved the first question. Guys, second question will come here, second question, and third question will come here. We will follow this structure. So, and I think that's all for today. We finished the first question and we warmed up. So the next question will be, guys, let me tell you, it will be simple array sum. In advance, you can come here to try to solve it, and you can check it up like by my explanation as well. But I believe that it will be really good for you, and also that would be really good for me as well. It was really nice to be together, and see you for the next videos.